Recording take 2, because the first recording was not good enough. On a cold winter's day, Lacey was feeling funny, a little nauseous, a little sick, and I did not think that it was anything. So we got 3 or 4 of 50-cent pregnancy tests. Lacey saw the double lines. I couldn't see them. About a minute and a half later, I could see the double line. Pregnancy throughout several months was the worst. Constant nausea, hip pain, back pain, head pain, throwing up, constantly hungry. It was pretty incessant. Our walks got slower. When we hit her due date, she was done. Everything was conspiring to keep the baby inside of her belly. The Saturday after her due date, we went for a walk. I said, "Didn't your sister send you that list of scavenger hunt things? We're gonna do those today." We started the scavenger hunt there at Buse Pond, taking a picture by one of the painted horse statues that were putting around Ogden. We didn't really have appropriate duck catching tools, and so I used rocks and pretended they were bread, tried to lure some ducks in. Got them fairly close, but not close enough to snag one by the neck. Then we decided we'd go get breakfast, and then Lacey was starting to feel contractions. Light ones, nothing too crazy. And I was like, I'm just gonna go rock climbing. Came back, and contractions were getting a little bit stronger and a little bit closer together.
Hi, Lacey. How are you? Being a little miserable?
It's like 3.5 minutes. They're lasting like 45 seconds. And I do want to do as much at home as I can.
Okay, well, let's reconnect when they're lasting a minute.
Okay, talk to you soon, Loretta.
We had the app that we were tracking the different contractions and the timing of the contractions and the space between them. And Lacey, she just wasn't in that much pain. She would, she'd keep talking through them. And so I assumed that all of the contractions were mild, because we would just kind of laugh and talk and joke through them. She would look at me and be like, I think that one was a little bit more moderate or severe. And I'd be like, I already selected mild, because, come on, if she was in a moderate amount of pain, or if she was in a severe amount of pain, she wouldn't be joking with me. It's crazy. Come by so fast. I kept telling her that those were mild, and we found a way to be able to get all of 3 pressure points. You tied a bed sheet around her belly, and I'd pull on that and make it nice and tight. I only have 2 hands, and I couldn't push on 3 places. We did that for about 2 hours or so.
That feels really good. That is a lot of pressure down there.
And so I was like, why don't we just go take a nap, because it was getting pretty late, and assumed that the baby was going to come. So I figured we should just get some sleep. We wouldn't be tired when the baby came. So we went and laid down in the bed, and it wasn't more than 10 minutes later, after we had this argument over the rating of the contractions, and all of a sudden we heard this massive, Lacey's water broke, and it was so much water. We packed everything up. We called the midwife. We went over to the birth center. About 7 o'clock, dilated to 8 centimeters. Just a little bit. So we filled up the bathtub. She sat down in the bathtub, and the contractions started to slow down. And Lacey kind of got a little bit worried that the contractions were slowing down. And the midwife was like, well, if you want to, you can get out of the bathtub and walk around. That'll pick them back up. Lacey started to stand up and realized that she was not getting out of that bathtub until after the baby came.
She's doing so good. You act like you've done this before.
Really? Sounds good.
When I saw you standing there under the stars, I knew it wouldn't be the last time. Scrolling through the memories of when we began, I couldn't find a single regret. We could write an endless story through the struggle and the glory. By your side, I will stay. We will never fade away. We could sail the skies together till our skin is old and weathered. By your side, I will stay. We will never fade away. If I said I never thought about walking away, I would be a liar, I'd be wrong.
You have all the strength you
Even in
need.
the hardest times, we found our way home, driving through the darkest of nights.
And baby was doing awesome. Lacey was doing awesome. Just continuing to put the pressure on her hips and her sacrum. And she was pretty coherent, fun to be around. And about the time Isabel showed up is when Lacey just went into the zone. She wasn't really coherent or talking. She just focused through all the contractions, and she focused when she wasn't having contractions.
We could write an endless story through the struggle.
It was really cool to be able to be a part of the contractions by putting pressure on her hips and her sacrum. And Isabel, me, and one of the birth assistants all participated, trying to help her deal with that pain.
There's a beauty that guides us like a fire in the night, as the sun shines upon each new day. There's a beauty that guides us like a fire in the night, as the sun shines upon each new day. We could write an endless story through the struggle and the glory. By your side, I will stay. We will never fade away. We could sail the skies together till our skin is old and weathered. By your side, I will stay. We will never fade away.
They started having her get in a couple different positions to see if the baby would come more in one or the other.
Can I just sit here for a second? Sure. Okay, thank you. I just need to sit here for a second.
Okay.
Doing good. Have all the strength that you need. Let him come.
That time, I felt the urge to push. It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
You're so awesome.
Let him come. Feeling good. Good.
Baby started to crown. She said the baby felt like a squishy sponge or a water balloon.
It's squishy. Oh. He is
Is he coming forward?
so freaking close.
Oh, I'm so glad. We were wondering.
I want him.
Good.
I just want him.
Yeah.
It is going to happen, right? He's so close. Like I'm in like knuckle maybe.
Wow. That's awesome.
They said, why don't you try standing? So she stood and she just held on to me and I held her up through the contractions, and she will never have a full understanding of how bad it hurt my back holding her for all of that time, because every time a contraction would come, she would just be dead weight, and that was just a lot for my back to handle. I mean, the struggle was real.
I kind of go dead weight.
Good thing you didn't put on that much weight.
It's coming. It's coming.
Good, you're keeping him there. We're doing it just right.
Finally,
Yeah.
as I was holding on to her and she was standing, the baby came.
All right.
Lacey, put her in the water.
There he is! He sounds so good.
After the baby came, she sat back down into the tub.
Perfect! Oh my gosh! Oh, you did it! Oh my gosh!
Lacey! He's here!
Oh my gosh!
You did amazing.
And they put the baby on their chest,
Oh my gosh! You did it!
which was probably one of the neatest experiences, just watching her come into contact with her new baby.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Wow! That's a good cry.
He sounds perfect.
Oh my gosh!
You did it, Lacey.
You did it!
You did it.
You are awesome!
It was perfect. It was perfect. It was beautiful.
Just make sure his face is in the water.
Can you make sure, Trev?
Yeah.
Because I just am a little bit out of it.
There, yeah.
You did it.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I made this. My body. He's so perfect.
Amazing.
He's so perfect.
He is.
He's
It's
so
beautiful.
perfect. I can't believe all this on
There
this
we
side.
go.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You were amazing.
You guys are all amazing.
Well, you know what? A lot of times they have that gentle birth and they're just calm and happy. His heart rate sounds good though, and his color looks good.
You did amazing,
Oh
Lacey.
my gosh.
It's born on the 16th.
I want to see your little face. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's got hair. Look at that.
Oh.
I can hardly believe it.
Just, I remember looking at the little guy and saying,
What's up, little guy?
"What's up, little guy?"
You know what? That was actually pretty awesome for a first birth too.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes it is
A lot longer.
than that.
We barely missed the 15th. I guess that
You
means,
wanted to come on the
I guess
16th.
that means you owe me a
It was
milkshake.
16th.
It was perfect. The whole experience was really
Oh yeah,
perfect.
Isabel's a 16th.
And
Like,
it was really cool being able to
okay.
It's like we're bathing in the Red Sea right now.
see Lacey go through hard things and deal with them very well, and deal with the mental stress, the physical stress of giving birth. It was really
There's so much to see.
empowering for me to be able to see her accomplish it.
The little sounds he's making. This feels so surreal, like I just can't really wrap my head around what just happened.
Oh, he's here.